by Doug SmithSports ReporterTues. September 26, 2017 VICTORIA. It took Kyle Lowry about a blink of the eye to determine the biggest change in an NBA training camp over the 13 years he'd been around the league. Well, we ain't going 7 days in a row, the Raptors point guard said Tuesday afternoon. That definitely changed. In part because of collectively bargained limits on the allowable number of multiple practice days in training camp, in part this year, because of the newly compressed preseason, in part because teams are now far more cognizant of the need for rest and recuperation. Training camp is far less arduous than it once was. The Raptors, for instance, had their lone workouts a day of the camp week on the delightful campus of the University of Victoria on Tuesday. They'll work once Wednesday, have one practice and a public scrimmage on Thursday and one more workout Friday, before taking off for Honolulu in the start of the exhibition season on Sunday. Gone are the days when coaches would, and could, work the players to exhaustion for an entire week. I think Coach Dwayne Casey has an understanding for the players a lot more, Lowry said. I know he's not as hard on us, we know what we want to do, and for myself and Demer DeRozan and JV Jonas Valanciunas, who have been here the longest, we know what we want guys to do, and we kind of help coaches lead and do our part. I think it's good. I think it saves our bodies, gives us time to recover, and we're doing a good job of mixing it up, he said. Casey pronounced himself happy with Tuesday's first workout, which stretched just past the 3-hour mark. Guys getting after it, diving on the floor, Casey said. When you have your best player Lowry diving on the floor for loose balls, giving himself up, you know you've got something good. Fear the East with Dwyane Wade on his way to join former Miami Heat teammate LeBron James on the Cleveland Cavaliers this week. At least one available star stayed in the Eastern Conference. But Casey is already beating the drums for the East, not to be discounted. Everybody puts down the East. I still think you've got some hungry young teams, he said. I look at a team like Miami, who came out of a terrible start. Everybody had written them off, and they came back like gangbusters. I know all the numbers say the stars are gone to the West, but there's still some very good players in the East, and somebody's going to step forward. I don't know who it is, and the cream's going to rise to the top. Scouting trip. CJ Miles is getting his first look at a part of Canada other than downtown Toronto, and he's suitably impressed. The first thing is the calmness, being by the water. Waking up this morning and seeing the sun come into your room, he said. I told my wife immediately, this is a place that we probably have to come see on our own.